humidity in Cathedral City this morning. We've got those details.
Clouds right now and cooler temperatures and rain heading our way. Flooding expected. More in my forecast. NBC Palm Springs at 5 begins now.
Now, connecting the valley. This is NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. Southern California is bracing for its first major Christmas storm in years. That's tonight's top story. Dubbed a pineapple express storm, it's a type of atmospheric river. It's going to bring intense moisture air from across the Pacific, and in doing so, delivering significant rain. The heaviest rainfall is expected to arrive late tomorrow and heading into Christmas Eve on Wednesday. So Southern California is in for a wet Christmas week, kicking off tomorrow, and we're going to share what you need to know before we head into it.
Speaking of the weather, let's bring you outside for a live look. Our Agua Caliente casino camera, Rancho Mirage. We'll check in with Pablo Alsina tonight. The calm before the storm out there right now, Pablo.
And a lot cooler than it's been. Last week we were in the mid-80s. Right now we're in the mid-70s, currently 76 degrees, very calm winds, no precipitation as of the moment. The rain won't start till Tuesday night, heading into Wednesday. Low humidity as well, around 29%, and more of the same, warm and dry, 73 to 77. The temperatures you're going to feel today and tomorrow. The difference is that storm will start coming in, and it's going to bring with it a lot of rain, 100% chance of rain for Wednesday and Thursday. Currently, temperatures now, we're at Desert Hot Springs at 71, Palm Springs at 76, Indio at 73. So it's not cooling off that much, but again, nowhere near as hot as it was last week. Light winds, 3-mile-per-hour winds in Palm Springs, only 7-mile-per-hour winds in Whitewater. Cabazon also with very light winds around 7 miles an hour. Now, this is what we were talking about Tuesday night. The rain's going to start, and then Wednesday, temperatures are going to drop off considerably into the mid-60s to high 60s with rain, 80% chance of rain for Wednesday and Thursday with flooding expected. I'll talk more about that in my 7-day forecast. Back to Olivia and Mark.
All right, Pablo, thank you for that. And with all of this weather that is incoming, it's leaving people eager to get their holiday lights experience in before Christmas Eve and the rain hits. Let's go live to our Caitlin Kelly, who is in Cathedral City tonight with more. Hi, Caitlin.
Hey, Mark, that's right. I'm on Minerva Road, but this time of year, it's better known as Candy Cane Lane. You can see all of the twinkling lights starting to turn on just now as the sun has hidden behind Mount San Jacinto. And we're already seeing cars and people walking up and down the street because I think, as we now know after Pablo's report, the rain is going to start tomorrow. So tonight is really the last chance for people to get a truly undisturbed Candy Cane Lane experience. We know that the Cathedral City, the city works crews have been hard at work to help sort of mitigate clearing drains and those spillways in anticipation of this flooding that is going to be taking place. Of course, we know Cathedral City, no stranger to flooding, but of course, the city works crews aren't the only ones that can help prepare themselves for any types of flooding. Of course, we want to make sure you know before the storm, it's important to clear leaves and debris from gutters, downspouts, and any drains on your property. You also want to know how water flows across your property and make sure drainage paths are unobstructed. You can also secure or bring in outdoor furniture, loose items, and unfortunately, we want to make sure you bring in those holiday displays and lights as well. Also, just make sure to check your doors and windows, make sure they're sealed properly. And then, of course, once the storm does arrive, you want to make sure that you avoid driving through flooded roadways, stay away from washes and flood channels. And if you see any flooding, make sure you report it to the city. Of course, to help prepare as well, you can go to any of the local Palm Springs fire stations and get some sandbags prepared. You always want to be very prepared. Of course, all of those addresses you can see on your screen right now. But for now, I'm going to enjoy some of these great twinkling lights while they last and soak up all of the holiday spirit. If you're coming down to Candy Cane Lane, bring me some hot cocoa, will ya? Live in Cathedral City, I'm Caitlin Kelly. Mark, Olivia, sending it back to you.
Caitlin, thank you. And speaking of preparations in Palm Desert, the city is providing residents with sand and sandbags. It's available at City Hall, which is off of Fred Waring Drive. The sand will be available on the north end of the Civic Center Dog Park. That's next to the ball fields. Bags can be found in the Development Services lobby at City Hall. The sandbags are available on a first-come, first-served basis, a limit of 15 sandbags per person. You can pick these up after City Hall closes, but you do have to bring your own shovel. Additionally, residents can subscribe to Nixle alerts for the latest Palm Desert weather warnings and other critical information sent straight to your phone or your inbox.
Now heading over to the east end of the valley, where the city of Indio says they are prepared for the rainfall. Let's go live to Brett Rosen, who's in studio with the very latest. Brett.
Mark, one local shop owner told me today that being open during the holidays can be an asset. However, with the incoming storm, that same shop is preparing to not see as many people as they thought. Most stores in downtown Indio during Christmas Eve and Christmas will be closed. However, there will be some that remain open because for them, holidays is where they get most of their business.
Usually, holidays are a big weekend for us.
This is Marcel Ramirez, owner of Gambino's Creperie, who now says he worries that due to the rain, the store will not get as much foot traffic.
Whenever there's rainy days here in the valley, people tend to, stay indoors and not really go out. So it usually affects us on rainy days.
But according to the city of Indio, the incoming rain shouldn't flood the streets. Indio Mayor Elaine Holmes says ever since Hurricane Hillary hit the Coachella Valley, they fast-tracked their storm drain project. Now it's finished, and Holmes says it's ready for the rain.
It's designed for a tremendous amount of rain, and it's designed to flow out to the basin over there on Jackson Street, which is enormous, and to be absorbed, so it's ready.
Owners that will be enduring the rain, like Ramirez, say this completed project gives them hope that the holiday will still bring in their customers.
Who wants to jump out and get their shoes all soaked and wet, People drive by and keep driving when there's just puddles and just a river flowing through the street, right? I think that it'll be a big change for sure. It should help a lot.
I also reached out to the city of Coachella, who said in a statement in part, quote, "We are preparing for the storm today by placing sandbags at troubled spots and cleaning storm drains. Crews will also be available on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning to pump water from flooded intersections and basins," end quote. Live in studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Brett, thank you. And with the heavy rainfall expected this week, Palm Springs is pushing residents to sign up for their community alerts. Their citywide emergency notification system will work to provide timely and urgent notifications to registered residents. That's regardless of where you're at, and it's through a program called Everbridge. Texts or voice messages can be sent to home phones, cell phones, computers for a variety of life-saving situations such as fire evacuations, shelter or transportation information in the case of a disaster, and other public safety incidents. You can sign up for these alerts on the Palm Springs City Government website by clicking on the Government tab and then Register for Community Alerts button. Other cities with emergency notification systems include Indio, Cathedral City, La Quinta, Coachella, and then there's also the Alert Rivco for all of Riverside County if your city doesn't have their own specific app.
Turning to some more local headlines this evening, more Valley residents reported sightings of what appears to be federal agents operating under immigration enforcement in Cathedral City. Multiple witnesses told our team on scene over 8 unmarked vehicles could be seen in the parking lot of the Target off of East Palm Canyon and Canyon Plaza. Witnesses tell us a number of what appeared to be federal agents could be seen moving in and out of those vehicles. An employee for a nearby business described what they witnessed.
So we came and we locked our doors, and that was that. We were just looking, making sure that, we started calling our local places around us here in the plaza, making sure that everybody else was aware too. This is a very scary time for all of us.
City officials in Cathedral City releasing a statement today saying in part, quote, "The city is not involved in any federal immigration enforcement activities and in compliance with California state law does not coordinate with, assist in, or receive advance notice of such operations," end quote. The recent reporting of possible agents operating in Cathedral City today comes after a number of confirmed ICE-related detainments last week across multiple cities here in the Coachella Valley.
Coming up next year on NBC Palm Springs, a new coffee shop in Shereko Summit is supporting a good cause. We've got the full report coming up right after the break.
Also tonight, Desert Jet. It's based in Thermal, is now expanding to another state. Got the details. It's right after this break.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Welcome back. Registered nurses at Desert Regional Medical Center in Palm Springs will hold a candlelight vigil this evening, drawing attention to patient safety and staffing concerns. That action was announced by the California Nurses Association, which says nurses are worried about understaffing and they believe it's putting patient care at risk. They say while nurses are committed to their patients, they believe Tenet Healthcare is more focused on cutting costs than improving care. Along with the vigil, nurses will host a food drive for The Path. That's an outreach program serving chronically homeless adults. The community is invited to donate non-perishable food items this evening. Meanwhile, Desert Care Network has responded to the news of tonight's vigil, saying in part, quote, "The California Nurses Association, the labor union that represents our nursing staff, is holding this demonstration due to the fact that the parties are currently negotiating a new collective bargaining agreement, rather than any substantiated concerns about patient safety." Desert Care Network also says they're still working with the union to reach a fair contract.
The historic Chiriaco Summit Travel Center had much to celebrate this weekend. A new business opening there, one dedicated to making the world a better place. NBC Palm Springs' Steve Summerall was there and filed this report.
For Michelle. Thank you. Yeah, of course, enjoy. Well, this is Joya House Coffee. We're a little coffee shop espresso bar located here in the Chiriaco Summit Diner and Marketplace.
Heather Garcia works at this newly opened establishment with her brother, General Manager Victor Garcia.
I'm excited. It's a great new addition to our community, and I think it's going to be successful.
Victor and Heather are the great-grandchildren of community founders Joe and Ruth Chiriaco. They honor their family's legacy by helping others.
For me, finding a place that had a greater service to the community was really important.
This is the reason why they have selected Talitha Coffee Roasters, a San Diego-based company dedicated to combating human sex trafficking, as their distributor.
They help survivors of trafficking kind of reacclimate to get new careers, and so a lot of their people that they hire in the roasteries are actually survivors of trafficking. Their whole mission was eventually to kind of grow their business so they can kind of get more people out of that lifestyle.
It's a worthy cause that many customers are happy to get behind.
I think it's a really prevalent issue in our world right now, and a lot of people aren't even talking about it. So I think that a shop that's opening up for the purpose of that is wonderful. I think that anything that we can do to combat it is great.
Yes, it's the perfect, cute little shop that we just randomly found. I love that the proceeds are going to that. It's very important. I love to support this.
And if you can't make it out to Shreko Summit and would still like to try this coffee and give to this cause, you can go to talitha.com.
In any way that we can help, just buying a cup of coffee, buying a bag of beans, that helps a good cause.
Steve Summerall, NBC Palm Springs.
The Palm Springs High School Band is getting ready to take center stage in Rome to perform one of the most prestigious New Year's Day parades in the world. The Spirit of the Sands Band was selected as one of only 8 bands from across the country to perform in the Rome New Year's Day parade. It's a celebration expected to draw hundreds of thousands along the historic city streets. Millions more will be watching around the world on PBS. In addition to that, the band will also perform in the festival town of Frascati and inside of a Rome church that dates back centuries.
2 years ago, we performed in Spain, in Granada, Valencia, and Madrid. We performed 3 concerts, and through that process, we were contacted, and we got an invite to go and perform in Rome.
It's a really great opportunity, get to meet new people, get to represent Palm Springs, California in a different country.
This trip is also a massive undertaking with fundraising efforts still underway to cover costs for the travel, instruments, and more. It's a total of $3,900 per student. And this performance is just 10 days away, so the band is now calling on our community to lend support so these young musicians can realize their international dream. If you'd like to help the Spirit of the Sands Band get to Rome, you can find more fundraising information at psband.org.
As we all know, Christmas is on Thursday. We're excited about a new tradition that we're putting together for you. So all month long, we've been showcasing holiday lights across the valley with our own official holiday ambassadors. That's Sandy Claus and Scotty the retired elf. Christmas morning, Sandy and Scotty are going to join you for their Holiday Lights Christmas Spectacular. It starts at 6 a.m. They're going to be your guides all across the valley for the best light displays and special bonus stories about how some of these displays got started and they continue every single year. Plus, we have special guests you won't want to miss. So wake up Christmas morning, join us for the Holiday Lights Christmas Spectacular at 6 a.m. on your Holiday Lights station, NBC Palm Springs. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but Pablo Alsina is going to join us with our full 7-day forecast. That's right after this.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything.
I'm Pablo Alsina. Gorgeous night tonight. The Walter Clark cam showing clear skies, very light wind at the moment. We did have some clouds today, which kept the temperatures down, but the clouds with rain, they're heading our way for tomorrow, and we're actually going to be in a flood watch for Tuesday into Wednesday. Excessive mountain runoff expected, and actually most of Southern California, if not all of California, under a flood watch. We're expecting to see tons and tons of rain in Southern California. As far as the temperature goes, we're still hotter than normal, usually at 68 degrees, 10 degrees hotter today at 78, but finally away from those mid-80s that we had all of last week. The record low, by the way, 26 degrees back not that long ago, back in 1992, and we weren't even the hottest in the area. Phoenix hotter than us, so we were not numero uno as far as heat and temperature goes. High temperatures we saw today, 80 at Palm Desert, 78 in Palm Springs, 71 in Joshua Tree, even Big Bear City. Very hot for them for this time of year at a high of 59 degrees. If you're walking today after watching us in the Rogan Report, very nice temperature, 69 degrees at 6 p.m. By midnight, we'll still be in the 60s. No rain tonight, so tonight's a night to go out and get some exercise in late. Low temperatures tonight will be in the 50s for most of our area. 7-day comfort air forecast. Rain expected to start Tuesday with flooding possible for Wednesday. Heavy rains on Wednesday and Thursday. So hopefully you ask Santa for an umbrella. You might need it. I'm Pablo Alsina. Keep it here on NBC Palm Springs.
NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Well, welcome back. The Firebirds announcing this afternoon the final tally from the Teddy Bear toss game on Friday night. Get this, it was nearly 7,000 more than last season. I was on the ice helping pick them up, so I knew it was more, no doubt in my mind. 22,029 Bears hit the ice at Acrisure Arena early in the first period on Friday against the Bakersfield Condors. All of the stuffed animals will be distributed through the One Valley Foundation to 3 groups in our region. You got the 29 Palms Marine Corps Toys for Tots, Coachella Valley Rescue Mission, and then all the local first responders like fire departments, sheriff's offices, and paramedics. Well, it's a bit awkward for the players after Oscar Mulgard scored the goal. They're about 20 minutes or so in stoppage. They're all very aware of the bigger cause, though, and the meaning behind it.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of tough to be sitting around for 20 minutes after you score, but I mean, there's no excuses, obviously, and like you said, this is a game that we look forward to every year. Building's always packed and loud, and it's just a good vibe before Christmas, and yeah, there's no excuse, though, for our response after the goal, I think.
Now, Morrison, along with Jagger Furcus, doing their part on the ice this season, both a huge reason why this young team's having so much success.
We've done a good job so far. I think, like you said, there's roles to be stepped up to take over, and offensive part is a big part of that. And both of us want to be in that position that Lax puts us on ice to go out and create offense and make plays, and we've done a good job of that. It's fun playing with Mo. I mean, we're kind of have a left winger every game, and it's just fun. Connection, chemistry. We're good friends off the ice, so it's easy to have chemistry on the ice.
Chemistry and camaraderie for sure. Both Furcus and Morrison, 13 goals on the season, leading the team. Now the Firebirds will return home Saturday the 27th after the Christmas break. Now this young team, don't sleep on them. Now they're 6-3-1 in their last 10. They currently sit in 5th place in the Pacific Division. And they're just 4 points behind 2nd place, 6 behind 1st. They've got a few games in hand on several teams in the division. So don't sleep on the Firebirds just yet. Head coach Derek Laxdal and company doing their part, keeping this young group moving forward. Well, that'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry.
All right, before we go, this is very exciting for us here at NBC Palm Springs because the city of Palm Springs announced the winners for this year's Festival of Lights Parade, which takes place downtown. We brought you the broadcast live, and we are happy to say right there, that float, our NBC Palm Springs entry, won this year's Best Sponsor and Partnership Float Award. So a big congrats to everyone on our team that worked so hard on this. Eddie, Luna, and Myra, thank you for all of your efforts putting this together. And then you see Thalia, you've got Jerry, Sandy Claus on top as well. So it was a very fun night.
Solid float. I actually saw it. I was like, that has to win.
I know, and it did.